The Animal Rescuers has been adopted by Pet Planet. There is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Lions and tigers and bears? Oh no. Horses, goats, peacocks, llamas, rabbits, chickens, and pigs. Oh my, this is Dream Chasers. It's a very unique rescue located in New River, just north of Phoenix. 5 acres of pens, stalls, and tender loving care. I cannot wait to meet Susan, who runs this fabulous rescue.
Hi, I'm Susan Thompson, and I am an animal rescuer.
So you have how many horses on lot right now?
Right now we have 44.
And you feed all 44?
We do. We feed them 3 times a day, every 8 hours. We feed hay, we feed alfalfa, and we feed grass hay. It's very expensive. It is almost 3 times what it was a few years ago. We feed grain to the mares that are pregnant or lactating, to youngsters that are growing, and to our elderly horses that either cannot keep on weight or just need the extra nutrients from a senior feed. We're very particular about the grains we feed.
Susan, can you please tell me where you get the animals from?
Yes, I surely can. The majority of animals that are here have come from the Premarin drug industry, and they are from Premarin Farms, which exists in Canada and in the United States as well. We have gone in when foals are when we know foals are going to be separated from their mothers, which is usually in September when the pastures start going down. The mothers have already been rebred during their foal heat. And the foals, a lot of those foals end up going to slaughter. Also, like the girls that we nicknamed the fetch girls, who were turned out and totally emaciated, it takes a lot of hay 24 hours a day, a mix of alfalfa and grass. And at one time they were getting 6 pounds of grain a day each. And grain is right now about $20 a bag. It's gone up $5 a bag in the last few months. Then we have veterinary care. I can do a lot of the veterinary myself. I need my doctor when it's a real emergency. I know I cannot take care of it. And he's been our vet for 15 years, so he knows me. So I am able to keep proper medications on hand for emergency situations. Then you have, they've never had their teeth cared for. They have not had their feet cared for. So all those, for hay, and grain, it's around $60,000.
That's amazing.
For the vet in the farrier, it can be close to 20 because our horses are trimmed, except for the wild, they're not ready yet. They are trimmed on a schedule. Every animal here gets their feet done on a schedule.
Well, you can tell that they're very well loved and very well groomed, and your goal isn't to keep them here. Is your goal to adopt them out?
Yes, that's the only ones who will stay forever are the sanctuary mares. They will stay forever.
Okay.
They are now getting older. Some are psychologically not ever going to be riding horses. Others are. I've trained them for riding horses, and they're used in our programs for the foster children. It's a very special program to us for foster kids and group homes.
And they come here and you let
They
them...
do. They have a 3-hour horsemanship/ranch experience. They even get a 40-minute ride on a horse, which we are leading. But our other horses, our goal is to place them in very qualified homes so that they have a special family, a special person. They get all the attention that they desire. They get ridden, they grow up with children. It's all about them, and no matter how wonderful and how much attention I give them and the volunteers give them, it's not like having a special family.
No. Who was that?
That was Renee Colton, who does reconnective healing, which is, you have Reiki, you've heard energy healing. Reconnective healing is also energy healing, but it's a higher plane,
so
and she teaches her classes here.
Oh, okay.
She says she goes all over the world. She said this is the only place that she can take a group of students into an area where there are 18 horses running free.
So what is it that you don't do here? Because you do everything, right?
We try.
You truly are, in my mind, more than an animal rescuer. You are rescuing so many
People.
animals, and I'm in awe.
Right, it
In
is.
awe.
The main primary focus was to save these Premarin mares and foals from slaughter and to save feedlot horses from slaughter. We have taken horses from seizures, 12 at a time. We've taken horses from drug addicts. We have gentled and trained so many, and I'm the only one allowed with a wild horse. We cannot take any chances. Horses are big and they're dangerous, and when they're wild, they're scared. They have a tremendous flight response. But we've taken them and then we use them in those programs and put little 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds on them and lead them. So our focus is that, but it's also educating the public, not just about Premarin, but about slaughter and about the fact that when you take an animal, whatever, dog, cat, bird, horse, goat, sheep, your commitment should be to that animal for the rest of its life, because you've made that commitment when you bring that animal into your life.
And you also do birthday parties here.
We do. We do birthday parties at the ranch, and that includes the children, the birthday children, getting rides.
If somebody wanted to come here, have a party, donate, help clean, help feed, help walk the animals, how do they contact you?
We have a website, which is dreamchaserhorserescue.org. We have a Dream Chaser fan page on Facebook.
Can I ride one of your horses?
Yes, you can.
Let's do
Yes.
that, and let's go for a ride.
It's
okay?
yes, indeed.
We will be right back. More with Dream Chasers and Susan right after this break. Come here, Tina. Come on.
Do you trust the food you feed? At Pet Planet, our commitment is to helping our customers navigate through the confusing world of pet food, reading ingredient panels, asking critical questions about manufacturing and ingredient quality. Our pets rely on us to make the very best decisions we can for their health, happiness, and longevity. Pet Planet is here as your partner in pet health, because there's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
Now, left foot is going in here. You hold on here to the mane, and then you can use your other hand back there.
Okay. We're back here.
On the saddle, it's fine, but you don't put 2 hands on a saddle. I know you see everybody do it, but then you're pulling that saddle away from the horse's center of gravity, and you can really upset their balance.
Okay, cool.
There you go. So don't be afraid to pull on that. You can't hurt him.
Okay. Whoa.
And I'll have to adjust those stirrups because I'm very long-legged.
Okay. Ah. Cool, I did it.
See? Now all you have to do is tell Taylor to walk on.
Okay.
Yep, and you just drop your hands a little bit. You don't need,
Okay.
because when you raise your hands, you're pulling on
Right.
very slightly.
Okay.
And you want your reins easy. Okay.
When Corey and I were coming in, he told me that the last time he was here, you had a bunch of students
Yes.
who are going to become veterinarians. So they
Vet-
come here and they help,
Yes.
and there's plenty for them to help with. So how
And
many-
mostly they do hands-on because these students, whether it's vet tech, which is Kaplan, or
Right.
veterinary, a lot of them have never had experience with large animals, only small. Some of them already work for veterinarians, but they're small animal practices. So it's generally their very first hands-on experience with a horse. And they do heart rate and respiration, they draw blood, they give an injection, they do a pace dewormer. So they groom them, they learn how to clean their feet. So it's a full round experience for those students who would never have had that opportunity otherwise, and yet they have to do those things for their vet tech exams.
Oh, wow.
And they come in here with a lot of trepidation because they know they have to do it.
Yeah.
And they leave with love and smiles.
These are...
It's my favorite thing. These are goats and sheep that came to us through Arizona Humane, but they started calling me when they had animals that they really didn't know what to do with, that no one had claimed. Obviously, they have them for 3 days for an owner to come and claim their animals. They might have escaped, but we get all the ones that have not been claimed. And then we bring them here and we will adopt some of them out.
The first Pet Planet store opened in 1996 after the devastating loss of our Cocker Spaniel to cancer. What we learned then about pet health was eye-opening. The food and the treats that we were giving him did not support his immune system and may have actually harmed him. Pet Planet was established to be a community resource, a store that offers only the healthiest products and the best knowledge on pet health issues. At Pet Planet, there is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Come here.
I love you, Dad.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet. Cubby and Lily were rescued from a bad situation and are now looking for their forever home together. Apart, they are heartbroken and anxious. Together, they are loving and affectionate. They are fully vetted and sweet. They will need someone with patience while they learn about life in a new home.
Hi, I'm Wendy Faircloth, Training Director at Villa La Paz with this week's training tip. This week we're going to be talking about creating boundaries or creating boundaries going through thresholds such as doorways. A few weeks ago we had talked about negative and positive reinforcement, the differences of the two. This is a very classic form of positive and negative reinforcement. So when we start to take our dogs for a walk, you know, anytime we go and we grab the leash, that creates excitement in the dog. So I use this, the leash going on the dog's head, it would be the reward. So that's what I would be giving the dog as a reward for doing something for me, is to actually physically put the leash on the dog. Or if you have she just happens to have a slip lead, the dog I'm using today just happens to have a slip lead, but you can use the clip ones also. So when I bring out the leash to start the walk, the first thing that I want my dog to do is to come up to me and sit and be calm for me to put on the leash. If the dog is not calm, I don't hook the leash on the dog, and I use this as negative reinforcement. This was positive reinforcement. If the dog does what I want, I clip the leash on the collar. If the dog doesn't do what I want, I take this away, meaning I put it away and I give the dog about 5 or 10 minutes to think about what it's done. Because to start on a walk, I hear all the time I hear about people saying that when they go out on a walk, it just starts crazy. From the second that they take out the leash, the dog starts barking and spinning and jumping and just causing a whole bunch of ruckus. And the walk, right from the get-go, from the time that the leash is presented, the walk starts terrible. So we're going to use positive and negative reinforcement for getting the leash on. This is Sophia. Sophia is my friend here. She is, I think she's about a 5-year-old Australian Shepherd, and she's going to be my little test dog today. We're going to work the thresholds with her. Upon presenting the leash, I want Sophia to come up and give me a sit. Sophia. Sophia, my girl. Sit. Good. If she sits, I will put the, come on Sophia, come on. Come on, girl. Good girl. Sit. Good. Very good, girl. So she did what I wanted. She didn't roll over that time. So I put the leash on her. So I gave her what she wanted by doing something for me. The next thing, so she's relatively calm now, and we're gonna use the doors at the training center because she's gonna wanna go outside. So again, we're gonna use positive and negative reinforcement. She wants to go outside, right? She wants to go on a walk. So that would be her reward. And if she doesn't give me what I want, which is calm behavior at the door, she doesn't give me what I want, then I take away what her reward is, which is going on a walk. So I won't open the door for her, and that's the negative part of the negative reinforcement. Until she gives me what I want, I don't give her what she wants. Okay, so this training center door represents your door at your house, whatever door you go out, whether it be the front door, the garage door, the back door, it doesn't matter. All the doors can be the same. So positive, what her reward is getting outside to go on a walk. So once I start to open up the door, she's gonna try to go outside, and it's just like we were doing with their food. Remember when we were taking away their food when they would try to get it? It's the same thing with the door. I'm taking away the outside. I'm taking away what her reward is. Good girl, very nice. So to start, she needs to, very good girl. She needs to give me what I want, and then I'm going to give her what she wants, which is to go outside. So we'll go outside now. Good girl. And I invite her outside. So we just have made it through the door, and that's potentially when the dog can start pulling again. So again, the dog's reward is to be able to go forward on a walk. If the dog is pulling me, I don't go forward, I wait for the dog not to pull me, and then that would be her negative side of it, is I do not let her go forward until she gives me what I want, which is not pulling me on the leash. So stay tuned to the Animal Rescuers for next week's training tip from Villa La Paz.
Do you trust the food you feed? At Pet Planet, our commitment is to helping our customers navigate through the confusing world of pet food, reading ingredient panels, asking critical questions about manufacturing and ingredient quality. Our pets rely on us to make the very best decisions we can for their health, happiness, and longevity. Pet Planet is here as your partner in pet health because there's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Honey! I'm okay!
Hi, I'm Jen, and this is your Pet Planet Pet Tip of the Week. For the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about nutrition. As loving pet guardians, it can be overwhelming when you walk into a pet store or a grocery store and you see all those different brands available to your pet. Which one do you consider? Which one is healthiest? We're going to help you with that today. The most important thing to consider when selecting a pet food is the quality of your protein source. Dogs and cats, they're true carnivores, and they need a high quality, highly digestible protein source. Things to look for: make sure you're finding human-grade fresh meats or a combination of dehydrated concentrated meals. Things such as chicken or chicken meal, lamb or lamb meal, salmon or salmon meal, those are all excellent quality ingredients. They're highly digestible and they're human grade, no different than the meat that you and I eat on our table. Another really healthy ingredient to consider is an organ meat. Those are highly digestible and full of nutritional value for your pet. Look for things such as liver, kidney, lung, and tripe. Things to avoid: avoid pet foods that contain byproducts, are full of soybean meal. Dogs and cats, they actually can't digest soybean, and so it can ferment in their intestines and cause intestinal gas. Look for healthy carbohydrate sources such as fruits and vegetables, or healthy whole grains such as barley, oatmeal, and rye. Stay away from carbohydrate sources like cellulose or oat hulls or wheat middlings. Make sure that you have a high-quality fat source. This is the basis of your pet's healthy skin and coat. Things such as chicken fat, salmon or fish oil, flaxseed, those are all excellent fat sources to consider. Preservatives are a very important component to selecting a healthy pet food. Look for pet foods that are naturally preserved with things such as vitamin E or vitamin C. Stay away from chemical preservatives such as BHA, BHT, or ethoxyquin. All of those chemical preservatives are highly toxic to your pet, and they're linked to long-term incidences of cancer, kidney disease, allergies, and other immunodeficiency diseases. Avoid ingredients such as propylene glycol. This is actually a derivative of antifreeze, and exposure can be toxic and linked to cancer. And finally, stay away from pet foods that are full of food coloring and dye. You'll see on the ingredient panel things that'll read yellow 5, red 40, blue 2. These are all chemical dyes that just are not necessary or healthy for your pet. As a loving pet guardian, make sure you're paying attention to the quality of pet food you're giving to your dog or cat. This is the foundation for their health and well-being. It's going to build their immune system, keep them strong and defending against any disease that might come their way, and it's going to help them live a longer and healthier life with you. After all, we want our animal companions around with us for as long as we can have them. Stay tuned each week for another Pet Planet Pet Tip. Coming right up, more of the Animal Rescuers.
It started out like a totally normal day.
I love you.
I mean, I guess I was a little sweaty and I was definitely sore. I thought I had gas. Turns out I was having a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. So now I take care of my heart and I tell the women in my life to do the same.
Sounds great, by the way.
That's nice, sweetie, but that's not my heart. That is. Find out more from the American Heart Association at goredforwomen.org.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
Anthem is the place for the next Adopt-a-thon by PAC 911. Always a hit with adults and kids alike, this event put adoptable dogs and cats on display looking for forever homes. My experience here at Dream Chasers has just been amazing. Susan is a tiny, petite little thing working this 5 acres almost alone, excepting for the fact that there's volunteers. But what I learned about everything that she does, from having birthday parties, having the juveniles come out here and work and volunteer and foster children. I mean, she's just an amazing, incredible woman, and she does need help. I couldn't imagine if this was me having to do this by myself. So if you have a family, you can bring your family out, spend the day here, cleaning the stalls, feeding, watering, riding horses. I got to ride Taylor. It was a blast. I bonded immediately, and he listened to the commands. So I want to come back out here, bring my own family, do what we can do to help Susan. This is an amazing, amazing experience. You need to come out, you need to try it, and also you need to help. There's nothing better than fresh air and beautiful animals. This is Kimberly reminding you that it only takes one to do something great, and you can be that one. Adopt, donate, volunteer, and you can be an animal rescuer too. See you next time. Come on, Taylor. Stand still, good puppy. Okay, the outtakes are gonna be me getting up there, okay?
Hey, cool. We get to have outtakes.
Hopefully I'll get up and stay. I won't go on the other end.
No, you won't.
That's why I'm ready to shoot this.
Yeah.
He's like,
Make my day. Dirty Harry is here.
dirty air.
Make my day.
One very important topic to make sure you're reviewing is, no.